if I'm deeply, deeply longing for connection and I'm in a desert and there's no water and one person presents me the opportunity to connect, it may very well may be that that isn't the person I want to get the water from.
So Andy, this chapter is about seeing through false pretenses, which seems to be a way to say, don't let your desire to connect be a tool to be used against you.
Yeah.
And so I wanted, to ask why you felt in a book about connection this was an important thing to put in, because this is kind of one of the negative aspects. And I want you to talk about why did you decide to cover it, and what do you hope to accomplish with it?
Yeah, as you write a book like this, you look at all the things that are good and beneficial and helpful, and then in the end you're like, oh damn, these are the disclaimers. only take this drug when no alcohol, before one pill every 3 hours. So in a way, this is just letting people know. I've had a lot of poor experiences with people in the connection space, people who have used connection to have even sexual advances with people, people who have used connection almost like I presented to you early, convincing you that you don't have feelings and then saying, well, I can help you there. So in connection work, I've often wanted people to say, hey, if I'm deeply, deeply longing for connection and I'm in a desert and there's no water and one person presents me the opportunity to connect, it may very well be that that isn't the person I want to get the water from. So that was really the hope, was really be discerning. And you mentioned earlier, like in touch, a salesperson might reach over and touch you because he learned in a course that this is a way of building rapport. And you're like, oh, I feel the intention, the desire to, almost, I see the book he read. Or you might, the typical person who calls you on the phone, a cold caller, who's learned if I get you to say yes enough times, those are ways that you're trained that you'll continue to say yes. Do you want to save money on your electricity bill? If you answer no, they get angry. Well, what do you mean no? So there's a degree to which I think it's really important to tune in with yourself and to say, where am I feeling that people are trying to use connection in a way that doesn't feel good?
Yeah. It's a really interesting point in today's world, because we hear stories about elderly people who are lonely, and somebody, gives them a call, and it's a person from another place who's just looking for a friend to talk to, and then over time they start telling a problem. They feel very vulnerable with them.
Yeah.
For the whole point of, I'm having a problem. I need to borrow $500, and I need $1,000, and I need this, and I need that. And these people, in order to make, they want this connection, they feel connected, and they're being used to extract money from them for, a purpose that had nothing to do with connection, but the person's leveraging it for that. Do you have any advice for how to look out for those types of things?
Yeah, I have a very dear friend that transferred, I think, $10,000 to somebody who they had never met online and they felt deeply connected with. And the amount of pain, of betrayal that they felt in trusting and then being shown to have been cheated it was horrible to see them go through that. In this case, I would take it back to the self-awareness, is that what am I so longing for that I'm not even going to look at a clue that would show me that maybe this isn't sincere? Yeah, because when someone's learned how to manipulate you, then that's manipulation, obviously.
Yeah.
Then they will pull at all your emotional triggers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess especially through your book, if you're being taught how to look for connection, then you need to understand that also could be used as a tool against you.
It also
to just be aware that not everybody has good intentions around that.
And realize connection is not in and of itself a goal, it's a state. And sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not there. And if we long for it, like anything we long for, it potentially blinds us to a lot of signals that would prove otherwise, that really this isn't where we want to be connecting.
Great. Thank you.